Welcome to the latest episode of the On My Hoops podcast. And man, oh man, are we in the thick of it. The semifinal round of the NBA playoffs is coming to an end with only one game left to determine who's going to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals in a Game 7. We also saw the Lakers win their series against the Golden State Warriors and the Heat end the season of the New York Knicks despite a 41-point effort from Jalen Brunson. We'll discuss what's next for those teams, plus preview the upcoming conference finals matchups. So grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, roll something up, and keep it locked on My Hoops. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another dope episode of the On My Hoops podcast. I'm your host, Shawn, and we got some playoff fire to discuss tonight. Oh my goodness, so let's jump right in, but before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, please drop us a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new show, any new drop, anything. And also, feel free to follow me on Facebook at John J, and on Instagram, JJAY_15, and on Twitter at _JJAY15. Also, check out the new website onmysports.com. Show a little support, stay up to date on everything on my hoops. You feel me? But without further ado, let's get into this here thing, this here playoff discussion. Now these here NBA playoffs are officially heating up, and the semifinal round has given us some memorable moments and nail batters so far. One series that's got the fans on the edge of their seats in this intense battle between the 76ers and the Boston Celtics. Just as my light turned screen, that was so player. Now heading into Game 7, the Celtics are a 6.5 point favorite to win at home. So let's chop it up about this game for a minute, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents. On one side, we got the current, newly announced Michael Jordan award-winning regular season MVP Joel Embiid. And on the other hand, we got the reigning Larry Bird award-winning Eastern Conference playoff MVP, Jayson Tatum. Now coming off a Game 6 in which Tatum didn't really play his best ball. And although he finished strong, and Embiid having a really solid game but falling short to those Celtics, it makes this truly a tough one to call with such evenly matched teams. But right now, I think I personally have to give the edge to the Boston Celtics. Now, aside from the Celtics being the team that I picked to rep the Eastern Conference in the finals, I truly believe, I promise, without prejudice, I truly believe that a Game 7 in Boston for a team that's coming off a finals run just a season ago kind of gives them the advantage. Now, with that being said, I'd be a fool to not acknowledge how the 76ers have won 2 games in Boston already this series. And James Harden has had a couple 40-point nights this series. But still gonna have to give the edge to the team that should be the hungriest to get back to another trip to the finals. I will admit though, call me crazy, I know you will. Even though I'm picking the Celtics to win this game and series, I'll probably be rooting for the 76ers because I think that it is finally time we get that Joel Embiid versus Nikola Jokic NBA Finals matchup to finally put an end to this best center in the league discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, get down in those comments. Let me know who you think gonna win this Game 7. And, do you want to see a center, all-time center, great center matchup? Let me know. But moving right along, now let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. Ladies and gentlemen, they did it. They did it. They managed to end the season of the defending champs in a hard-fought series victory against the Golden State Warriors with LeBron James leading the charge. Who? LeBron James. Now, King James once again showed us why he is considered one of the all-time greats, ladies and gentlemen. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 10 for 14 from the field, a block, 2 steals, and 43 minutes of action at the age of 38. Ladies and gentlemen, it's nothing short of amazing. The level that he's still capable of playing at in this stage of his career. Another solid performance from Anthony Davis also, ladies and gentlemen, was 17 points, 20 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And them Laker guards came to play, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points from D-Lo. 23 points from Austin Reeves, a.k.a. they call him AR-15. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka officially won the trade deadline, and everybody in that city needs to be toasting his absolute heist right now with their squad heading to the Western Conference Finals. It is what it is. Lake showed up and showed out. Now, Golden State, on the other hand, we looking at a completely different story, and maybe by the next season, a completely different team. And we're going to get to that in a little bit. But first, Steph Curry did Steph Curry things. 32 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, but 4 turnovers, and no team support, with the exception of Dante DiVincenzo, who was the only scorer other than Curry with double digits with 16 points off the bench. I mean, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, Klay Thompson shot 3 of 19 from the field and had 8 points. Jordan Poole shot 3 of 10 for 7 points. Andrew Wiggins, 2 for 8, 6 points. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 21 points, if you're counting with me, combined from 3 guys making between 24 and 40 million each. Now, just to get a little bit closer for you, break it down a little bit more for you. We talking $95 million spent this season alone on 21 points in a game 6 of the second round of the playoffs. in an elimination game. So yeah, I'm thinking some changes gonna be made this offseason. Clay is entering the final year of his contract and is extension eligible. Now, unless he is willing to take a massive pay cut, I'm thinking that extension is probably not gonna happen. I don't see him making $40 million again next year. And another long-time cohort, Draymond Green. Draymond Green has a player option this offseason. I hope for his sake that he exercises that option. Do not hit free agency, because if so, that's a wrap on a contract of that caliber and a team of that caliber. The Warriors are a team that's well into the luxury tax, ladies and gentlemen, and are very limited in being able to make some additions. So don't be surprised. Matter of fact, even look for them to probably be looking to put one or both of Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole up for trade. I'm telling you, do not be surprised. So, moving along to another matchup that we saw come to an end. And I am talking about the Heat and Knicks. The New York Knicks put up a valiant effort against the Heat, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson showed us every bit of why the Mavs fell out of the playoffs this season and the Knicks jumped in. They lost the heart and soul of their team. Facing elimination. Back on the line. Back against the wall. Season on the line. Jalen Brunson put up 41 points in 45 minutes. Shooting 14 of 22 from the field and 5 from 10 from the three. That boy was balling. Julius Randle added a double-double. 15 points, 11 rebounds. But he shot 3 for 14 from the field, and they had Knicks fans ripping down his poster and stomping it out after a loss. Knicks fans are absolutely bananas. I know Julius Randle feels like trash, and yikes. But with a bunch of draft picks, upcoming draft picks, and some decent young players on this roster, I think this offseason the Knicks gonna use some of those assets to bring in somebody that can help shoulder this load from Brunson. I mean, just think if they was willing to give up those pieces this past offseason. Just think what Brunson and Mitchell could have accomplished. But I guess we'll never know. Now the Heat, on the other hand, led by Jimmy Buckets, heading back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the third time in 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Butler has definitely been one of the best players in the league this playoffs. And closed out the Knicks in Miami with a modest 23 points. Or I'm sorry, 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he did it with the help of Bam Adebayo, the man that's playing out of position. Dropped 23 points, 9 rebounds. And even the old man came to play, Kyle Lowry. Let's not forget his 11 points and 9 assists off the bench. Kyle Lowry has been playing inspired. It's not over with. He still got a little bit of juice left just in this playoff run. You know? And now best part, the Heat get a chance to sit back for a couple days, relax for a little bit, lick their wounds, rest them injuries for these old guys. At least, you know, until they find out who they gonna go up against. You know, will we get a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals with the Boston Celtics and the Heat? I think that could be a good one. Or does Jimmy get a chance at his revenge series against a team that likely by now would have a ring if they would have chose to sign them. I'm talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. That can be a fun one either way. Yeah, Jimmy against those Sixers, you might be talking absolute carnage. Part of me really wants to see that. But moving on away from the drama. It's time to address the Phoenix Suns and their untimely exit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Nikola Jokic played like a fucking killer this series and closed out the Suns with 32 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, 1 block, and 3 steals. I can dig that. And Jamal Murray, ladies and gentlemen, is back to being the perfect Robin to the Joker's Batman. Pun intended. Murray threw in 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists to close out those Phoenix Suns. Denver also got good performances from KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and Bruce Brown with 13 and 5 off the bench. Now the Phoenix Suns, once again, disappointed us in an elimination game. Devin Booker played a dud of a game with 12 points and 8 assists on 4 of 13 shooting from the field. KD also had a mediocre game for somebody his caliber with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And I know those are decent stats, but again, somebody of KD's caliber in an elimination game, we had to see more. Campaign was a bright spot though. That young buck dropped 31 points on 12 of 16 shooting and 7 of 9 from the 3. Payne just might have given himself a shot at that starting point guard job for the Suns next season. This Suns team, that's another one that likely is probably going to make some major changes this upcoming offseason. Well, rumors already starting to go crazy. Hearing that CP3 and DeAndre Ayton both going to be up for sale. This team definitely is going to have to add some depth at quite a few positions. So it's going to be interesting to see how they look next season. And they've already made the first move with head coach Monty Williams feeling the effects after his reported dismissal just being announced today. They acted fast and they ain't playing no games, so I'm expecting a big change for those Suns this year. Chris Paul, it might be a hard trade to make. I don't think they're going to be able to make that trade. That's going to be difficult. Who's going to really want to take that contract? But we'll see. Things is going to get heated real soon here. But back to these Nuggets. They make it back to the Western Conference Finals. And they're taking on the Los Angeles Lakers in a rematch from the Western Conference Bubble Finals in 2020. We got us a bubble rematch, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, matter of fact, if Boston wins, they win their game 7, then we're going to have a full bubble rematch on both sides. Because in 2020, it was Boston and Miami. And Miami won. And things might get interesting. But this time, I think for, at least between Denver and LA, I think things turn out a little bit different. It's going to be an exciting game. An exciting matchup. And it's going to be fun to watch, man. Basketball fans, get ready. Basketball fans, get ready. Nikola Jokic, they should have him another really solid, really nice series, big series. LA got some really good big men, but none of them that can really hold the Joker. The same could be said, though, however, about LeBron and AD. If I'm being completely honest, I would imagine seeing Aaron Gordon match up against LeBron and Michael Porter Jr. Probably be guarding AD because of their size and their versatility, their ability to switch off between each other. The guard matchup should be fun as well. Jamal Murray and KCP ready to do battle against D'Lo Russell and Austin Reeves. Like I said, man, this series should be fun to watch. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, I want y'all to get up in these comments. These shows are going a little bit quicker because it's fewer games. We're going to get right to the heart of it and get in, get out. I know y'all don't want to keep looking at my mug for too long, 45 minutes to an hour, so I'll give y'all a little bit of break for now. But before I get out of here, let me go back. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to get in these comments. Let me know who y'all think is going to come out of this series, the Lakers and the Nuggets, the conference finals that we know about thus far. And who you think is going to win this Game 7 between Boston and Philly. Who do you want to see Jimmy Butler go up against in the Eastern Conference Finals? But yeah, before I get up out of here, I gotta always do my little last word. And that is, what a lot of teams, quite a few teams, looking to make some big changes this offseason. This summer, I think, is going to be a big one. It's going to be very active for this association. And I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, I think you should all prepare yourself for some real action. It's going down. But, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna waste too much of your time. And with that being said, please drop a like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment below on who you got winning that Game 7 and who you got making the finals. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, from the On My Hoops podcast, you're awesome.